If you want to grow your LinkedIn channel this year, you need to watch this video right now. I'm on track to do $250,000 in my first year of trading, in my first year of business, and a lot of that is all down to using LinkedIn organically. I came over from Instagram, having built a big audience on there, and I know that there are five things that you need to do to dominate a social media platform. And funnily enough, they all start with the letter C. So if you're ready, let's jump in. The first C, pretty obvious, it's content. And to produce good content, the first thing you want to do is identify your target audience. Who are you trying to reach with your content? What problem is it going to solve for them? Why should they even care that you're posting? Make sure your content is extremely tailored and relevant to that particular audience. The audience that you're able to help, the audience that you can influence, the audience that your offer can help too. After this, you want to set your goals. What is it that you actually want to achieve through your content? Where are you trying to take people? What are you trying to get them to do? Do you want to drive people to your website? Do you want to generate leads? Do you just want loads of followers? Do you want to just build awareness or become a thought leader in your space? This all sounds a bit airy-fairy, I know, but if you start with a firm foundation, you can build on something. If you just start sticking content out willy-nilly, it's not going to stick. You're not going to get any followers, you'll get no engagement, and you're not going to get any clients either. After this, you want to map out your pillars. What topics are you going to reference consistently in your content? What are you going to post about all the time? And you only need to have 3 or 4. For me, it's business, marketing, and sales. Now, those are really, really wide pillars, but they allow me to talk about loads of different topics consistently. Take marketing, for example. How big of a topic is that? You know, we could go into digital, we could go into social media, we could go into a specific platform like I am on this video. But having a very, very top level subject, i.e. marketing, allows for so much fallout on a subtopic level. And for another example, we could look at a health coach. Their pillars or their topics could be diet, exercise, and mindset. Again, these are really, really wide, but it will allow them to go into specific detail in areas of that wider subject. After this, you want to determine the formats that you're going to use. LinkedIn has got so many formats available. Might just be a text post, single images, carousels and PDFs, or presentation decks, video. Choose the format that aligns best with your goals and your audience. But also keep in mind, you want to play to your strengths. You want to make content that is easy for you to make. And it's not all easy at the start, I know that, but something that you can produce quite quickly and not spend time, hours and hours every single day trying to learn or get right or produce. And the next thing that I highly recommend is creating a content calendar. A centralized place that you can constantly reference, constantly go back to, that allows you to check and schedule when posts are going to come out and be able to monitor it consistently. A big one here as well is don't just sell your services all the time. Chuck in different pieces of content. Chuck in some personal stuff. I post a lot about my family, work-life balance, that kind of thing. Differentiate a bit. Your USP is you. So you're not going to get the results that you want if you copy other people or just sell stuff all the time. I've got loads of videos that go into detail about LinkedIn and content. So if you need a steer on that, hit the channel and take a look around. But let's move on to the second C, comments. And comments are probably the most overlooked part of any approach regarding social media. But think about it. Social media is to be social. You need to go and interact with people. Go and comment on their stuff. Reply to comments on your stuff too. So that means outbound comments on other people's content and inbound comments or replies when people comment on your stuff as well. And you're probably thinking, Chris, why do I need to comment? I'll just post the content. No, there are so many reasons why you should comment, and I'll list a few out now. Firstly, you can build relationships. That's how you get to know people. Also, they drive traffic to your profile. So if you go and comment on someone else's content, they're going to wonder, oh, who's this person? And then they will go to your profile and check you out. Exactly what you want. Entices a follow. They also position you as someone worth listening to. You know, you want to show up as someone credible in your field. And last but not least, they boost your visibility. They bring people in from everywhere. It's not just the person whose post you're commenting on, it's also their audience too. So look for a few different big creators in your space and go and leave your thoughts, opinions, and questions underneath their content. Trust me, it works. Now, I like to be quite strategic with my outbound comments. I like to have a list of people that I can go and interact with every day of the week, and they're each put into categories. As I say, big creators. I also comment on competitors' stuff. I comment on potential clients as well, but most people will only go for the big accounts and the potential clients. So make a list of every person you're going to interact with and stick to it for 90 days. The third C is the simplest and the easiest. Connections. You should connect with people daily. Rumor has it that 20 connections a day is the magic number. If you go too far over that, you might get some resistance from LinkedIn. So try to send about 20 targeted connection requests every single day. The truth is though, no one knows because LinkedIn haven't published anything at all on this. On average, I've been sending about 100 a week and that tends to work well. There's also a debate about whether you should leave a personalized message with your connection request. Personally, I don't. Some people do. So again, test and see what works for you. See what gets a higher acceptance rate, either with a message or without. But the worst thing you can do is just a copy and paste job. I get so many people just sending unthoughtful, personalized connection requests. I shouldn't even call them personalized because they're not. So guess what? I ignore them and people will do the same to you. So a lot of the time I just choose to send a connection request and if that person accepts, cool. If not, cool. Now, if there are people that you really want to connect with, you've got a burning desire to connect with that person.
I desired.
Then you don't just have to send a connection request straight away. You can warm them up a little bit first. And we do that by engaging with them, leaving comments on their content, as I mentioned in one of the last points. But anyway, about 20 connections a day. Why? Network expansion. You want to expand your network. The more people you're connected with and the more people you engage with, the more LinkedIn will reward you with eyeballs, which is exactly what we want. We want eyeballs on our profile, on our content, on our freebies, and on our offer. More eyeballs help spread the word. This is part of what makes LinkedIn such a powerful social media platform, above all the rest, in my opinion. You can literally choose your followers.
Choose wisely.
If you're in my target audience and I send you a connection request and you accept, jackpot. You are now automatically following me, unless you choose not to afterwards. You're automatically following my content. And providing my content speaks to you, which it should because you're my target audience, it's going to sit there day after day and take you on the journey that I want it to. So make sure you're sending those connection requests. The fourth C, consistency. Most people don't succeed because they give up too early. And this doesn't just go for LinkedIn, this goes for everything in life. The people that are successful are the people that didn't give up. You've probably heard of the compound effect. It's a book called Darren Hardy, and if you've not read it, I highly recommend it. One of the best books I've ever read. The concept behind it is that small, consistent actions compound over time to produce results. Significant results too. It's based on a theory of compound interest. Basically, the interest earned on an investment is automatically reinvested, so the balance grows at an increasing rate. So this means your growth on LinkedIn, your personal brand, will compound over time. The more deposits you make, i.e. the more content you post, the more connections you send, the more comments you leave, the more growth you'll see. Not to mention, consistency is going to see you remembered and recognized by your followers. When they're ready to work with someone like you, if you're consistent, you'll be front of mind. You'll be the first person that they think of, ahead of everyone else. And that's why this is so important. If you run everything mentioned in this video consistently for 6 to 12 months, your growth is going to explode. No joke, I quit my job after just 3 months on this platform. April, May, and June. Which brings us to the last C, the fifth C, conversations. I don't feel like this needs much explanation. The more conversations you have, the more you're going to sell. It's simple. So long as the conversations are with people in your target market or people surrounding it. So when people connect with you or send a request to connect with you or comment on your content, send them a message. Start a conversation. Obviously, don't go crazy and DM everyone or send any copy and paste messages and start spamming people. All you need to do is message people and relate to them. One thing that worked really well for me was messaging people and suggesting a chat. Just a quick Zoom, nothing heavy. No sales objective, no ulterior motives or agenda, just a chat. And this worked especially well at the start. I think I had like 10, 15 of these calls and that landed me a couple of clients straight out the gate within the first month of being on LinkedIn. It's just a question of putting yourself out there. So yeah, 10 messages to anyone who is slightly warm, anyone who's had any form of interaction with you, and that will get the ball rolling, I promise. Strike up a discussion and see what opportunities there might be. And that's on both sides. It might not be a sales opportunity for you. You might end up benefiting from that person's services. Conversations are crucial. So there we have it, guys. The 5 C's that you need to dominate LinkedIn this year. Content, comments, connections, consistency, and conversations. Now, if you want help planning out your LinkedIn content for free, I have a planner underneath this video. I also have some free training teaching you the 5 secrets to 5-figure months on the platform too. And both links are underneath this video. Alternatively, if you just want to continue binging on YouTube, watch this video here and I'll break down some more strategies for you. Enjoy.